A very welcome to all of you. First of all, many congratulations to all the people who have got the interview call. And now people who have got the interview call, will explain how the DAF has to be filled. Now people who are already filling the form, I just want to tell you few things that should be avoided. For example, DAF is nothing but it is called the detailed application form of UPSC, and it is filled online by the candidates. Now what this DAF exactly contains? So DAF 1 is filled before the mains examination, and DAF 2 is filled after the mains examination when you get the interview call. Now in these DAF you have all the information, right from your personal information, your familial information, your academic information, your hobbies, your interest, your service conditions, your cadre that you want, everything has to be put. And this DAF is with the panel members, because when you go in the interview hall, the DAF is what is seen at first impression. So moment you come, because I don't know you as a person, the 5 people sitting as a panel members, they will see the DAF and they will decide the outcome. So it is very important to understand the importance of DAF here. Now when I look at the importance of DAF here, now here you have so many aspects. Importance of DAF. Now here every word of DAF is important, remember. And now these are personal information, family information, familial information. Everything has to be filled properly. Make sure that these information is filled in such a way that every word is important. Now few things I want to tell. Every word of DAF is important means make sure that every word is clear in your mind that I'm putting this information and this information is 100% verified and correct. Family information, address, because in future when you get selected, the same information will be used. Also make sure the information filled in DAF 1 and DAF 2 is common. Yani dono mein DAF information common honi chahiye, because that is also has to be seen. So while filling DAF 2, make sure the DAF 1 is information is also checked. Many of the information is pre-populated, wahan pe automatically aa jayega, but still I want you to make sure. Cross check the facts before filling and don't bluff. Now that is something is very important for you to understand. Similarly, the next one is of course, okay, your prizes, medal, scholarship, your extracurricular activities, the sports, NCC, the position. Now all these information has to be filled in a very structured manner. Now remember, if you have prizes and medal, scholarship, make sure that you fill them and that information has to be correct. So this, this maybe you have won some competition, you have won some kind of medals or scholarship, you were participant in some kind of sports at district level, you also got some leadership position at school level, at college level. So you have to portray such information. Now you don't need a certificate to prove them, but if you have done them, आप automatically इसको verify कर पाते हो. So when you are going for the such information, make sure these information is correctly filled and don't overdo it. Don't put it just because you want to prove it. Don't. Information should be genuine and should be put in a structured manner. Also, the last one is hobbies, and hobby is very important because in UPSC preparation, your hobby is something that has to be decided, and these hobbies they require meticulous preparation. Now I will have to make a separate video on hobbies, but I want you to understand that before filling the information, make sure these information are used in a structured manner. So any preparation, any person who is filling these information, make sure you put this information in the right manner. There are certain mistakes which has to be avoided. Pehla, avoid any misinformation, whether intensely or unintentionally. Get it checked by somebody you know, your family, your acquaintance, and also cross-check the information before finalizing the DAF. Now on 19th, DAF ka last day hai. So today is, let's say, today's 15th. So thereby you have 4 more days to fill the DAF, and information should be correct and verified. Second is cross-verify multiple times, because many a times आपको अपनी गलती दिखती नहीं है, so it is important to verify them. And a special caution should be put while filling the hobbies and the interest. Very important. Misinformation मत दीजिएगा, and don't overdo it. Don't put 10 hobbies. Hobby is something which is basically it tells you how you are involving your अपने जो आपका पर्सनल लेवल पे कैसे आप यूज करते हो अपने स्पेस को, फ्री टाइम को, योर क्रिएटिव एबिलिटीज आर यूज. सो यू आर अ गुड रीडर, यू follow podcast or you follow something and you do consistently, it gives you value and meaning to the purpose of what you as a person. तो आपको हॉबी आपको वैल्यू देता है, आपको रिस्पेक्ट देता है. हॉबी इज समथिंग दैट इट हेल्प्स यू टू डेवलप सम क्रिएटिव स्पेस. You like reading, that means you're a learned and erudite person. You like swimming, that gives you mental strength, fitness. It also unburdens you. It makes sure that you are focused towards the work, because man or humans are creative people. Many times that hobby helps you to vent out your creative abilities. Okay, then don't bluff. Also, the last point, very important, many times hide information which are less relevant. Many a time it is not important that you should tell every information. ऐसा नहीं कि हॉबी में आप हर चीज सही से बताइए. Let's say you are not following a hobby, or any information you feel कि इसको अवॉइड कर सकते हैं, avoid it. Because if you feel a information where you are less prepared, believe me, UPSC people will question you, and they will question you to an extent where it will impact your interview performance. Every word of the DAF, हर शब्द पर multiple times सोचिए, because that will decide the approach. So these are things which are there. Then cadre allocation. Now cadres mein you have zone 1, zone 2, there are 5 zones which are there, and thereby you can choose any zones for all India services, that is IAS and IPS. Now always when you fill the zone, it is important that understand that whether आपको अपना home state first preference डालना है कि नहीं डालना है. So if your home state, for example in this situation, the home state is Uttar Pradesh, you can see zone 1 Uttar Pradesh 1-1. So first zone 1, then it goes to second zone, then Agmut cadre. Now all these zones have to be decided. So IAS IPS cadre is there. Then your services and post in preference. Now if you see all these preferences, now you have to put the post in preference. And again, इस पे कैसे भरोगे? Now normally I want to discuss this separate in a video, but normally IAS IPS is what preferred by people. Then people go for Indian revenue service. Third mostly foreign service होता है, और second भी होता है कई केस में. Then there is a revenue service, and there are other central services, group A, group B, which are filled. So when you are trying to understand कि भाई ये जो आपने information है, also group B को लोग नीचे भरते हैं. Now if you look at the information, the DANICs and DANIPs अगर आप देखोगे तो ये group B वाली services है, and all these group B services are also good, but इसमें जो आपका information है वो बहुत important है कि आप कैसे fill करते हो, because based on the rank आपको ये सारे services allocate होते हैं. तो when you're putting the DAF, there are few things that you have to remember, that आपका DAF जो है वो सबसे important document है आपके interview की preparation में, because that is the first document you fill, and moment that DAF is filled properly, you are assured that now my information, जो final information है वो ready है, and I have to prepare on them. Now if you put extra information, you have to prepare extra. If you prepare less information, again panel members के पास less question पूछने का scope रहेगा. तो many a times DAF has to be balanced in such a manner कि वो DAF आप effectively use कर पाओ and also help you to score high. See, I have given 2 interviews, and जब मैंने interview दिया तो I scored 180 in one interview and 132 in another interview. अगर वो number swap हो जाते तो शायद I would have been service, maybe IRS or IPS. So it is very important to understand that every marks is important. Your DAF will make sure, because मैंने अपने एक इंटरव्यू में जो गलती की, I don't want you all to make that mistake again. Commonly in the last 10 years, in the interview guidance approach, a lot of information or facts have been have been discussed, and I meet people who are giving interview. So it is very important that your information is right and you are able to use them in the examination, in the interview finally, because UPSC के क्वेश्चन वहीं से पूछे जाएंगे. अभी तो DAF में information correct डालिए, then I'll talk about how to prepare for these interviews and what approach should be there. So it is important to do that. Okay, so I think that is all for today. Thank you very much. And students who have a query about DAF, they can reach out to me in person. My team member contact कर सकते हैं. You can reach out to us. Thank you very much. Take care. God bless you.